Happy October, my fellow ghouls and gals. Oh god, that was a really cringy opening. Do you want your stream to have cool shit just like this, or that? Today's video, I'm gonna be teaching you exactly how to use StreamElements, but I'm gonna keep it super simple, just glance over it and just show you the stuff that I use just to get your feet wet with StreamElements. And don't worry, you can either use this with OBS Studio, Streamlabs OBS, or pretty much any streaming software. So all I ask in return is that you take your pimp hand and you slap the shit out of the like button to help other streamers find this video. It really helps with the YouTube algorithm, and I appreciate you. You're my friend. Except the person behind you. I don't like them. I'm just gonna show you StreamElements and how we're gonna use some of their widgets and alerts and themes and all that. So let's head over to streamelements.com. I'm gonna have all of the links that you need in the description down below so you can follow along easily at home. So first things first, let's go ahead and connect our Twitch account. So just click the little Twitch button right there. We're gonna give it a second, and now it's gonna bring us to the lovely StreamElements dashboard. So let's quickly glance over this stuff. So we obviously have our dashboard. We got our activity feed, basically just showing you what things have happened, the different events. The revenue, you can have different sponsorships. So if you want to shell out, and maybe if we want to get a raid shout out, sorry, I couldn't say that with a straight face. There's sponsorships there. You can also make a merch store. I tried doing a merch option by uploading my logo, and as you can see, that t-shirt, I don't know if you guys want to buy this t-shirt, but look at my little dab ghost emote. That would be the most minimalistic t-shirt I've ever seen. Obviously, make sure your logo is big enough, and don't try and drag one of your Twitch emotes in, because you're gonna get what I got here. I'm not knocking the merch store. I'm just saying, you know, that was my experience. Let's move on. Anyways, partnerships, you can do that stuff there. Speaking of partnerships though, I'm not sponsored by StreamElements. I'm just teaching you guys how to do it. So if you guys want to help support the channel, feel free to check the Patreon in the description down below. Also want to thank all my patrons for helping make these videos possible. You guys are the GOAT. Moving on to the next ones, you have a different payment processor. So if you want to have donations and stuff go through there, you can. The tipping settings are basically your donation settings where you can connect your PayPal and all that jazz. I currently just use the Streamlabs stuff just because I'm lazy and I don't want to switch over. But let's go to the Chatbot. I use Nightbot and I also use the Streamlabs bot, so there's really no point in me having a third bot. So you can obviously do the things that Nightbot does. You got your user management, your timers, your spam filters that block words, caps, all that kind of stuff. Loyalty, you can have like the different loyalty points. I already have the channel points through Twitch directly, and I also have the cloud bot through Streamlabs, so there's no point in me using this. And then moving on to the other tab, this one really doesn't matter at all. It's just like different things if you want, so you can check your chat stats. It'll bring you to another like page. And 404 not found. All right, so that's great. Anyways, let's move on. But if you guys want to know a lot more about like the chatbot, the merch service, the loyalty, all that kind of stuff, ask me in the comments down below to make a video on it. And if we get enough comments asking, I'll gladly make a video for you guys. But I don't want to overstress you guys. I'm just going to show you guys how to put the cool shit on that I have for my stream. So now the meat and potatoes, let's actually go over to streaming tools and let's go to overlay gallery. So there's 3 different tabs for the overlay gallery. This is where all the cool stuff is. You can straight up get themes. So like if you wanted a Hearthstone theme, you can just click on this just to preview it, see what it's got. So you can see they have all of the different alerts right there that are Hearthstone themed. You got your webcam border there. You got some other different like stream label type things and some other stuff as well. You can also click through it just to see the different scenes. You got your starting soon screen. So if you wanted to do that, you could simply just create my overlay. But I'm not going to mess around with the theme so far, but they do have quite a lot here, and I believe all of these are free, so you can kind of mess with it if you want to, but I'm actually more interested in the alerts and widgets. So if we go to the alerts, I'm actually going to show you guys how to quickly do like a Halloween one, because I saw they have a zombie one and another zombie one. So let's go ahead and just click on the zombie one just to see what we get ourselves into. Basically, it's just like a little zombie hand coming on the ground and holding the sign, and I like it. You know, it's October, so I'd like to keep it spooky. So let's go ahead and implement this into our stream. So go ahead and click create a new overlay, just make sure it's selected, and then go ahead and click continue. From here, we can just name it. Theme name is fine. As long as we know what it is, that's cool with me. Here, it's going to give us our link that we have to put into our browser source. So if you're on Streamlabs or if you're on OBS, we're going to take this, we're going to copy it, and then I'm going to bring up my OBS Studio. I'm going to go and add a new source, and we're going to do a browser source. And you can do this in Streamlabs OBS as well, same process. So we're going to do create new, and we're just going to call it Halloween Alerts. Click OK. And then now this is where you add the URL. So I'm going to Control V because I'm a Windows person. And then now just go ahead and click OK. So we're not seeing anything yet because we haven't triggered any alerts. So let's go back to StreamElements. And now we can go to my overlays. And now you can see that we've recently added our little zombie alerts thing. So let's go ahead and click edit so we can get to this page. Now, right now, I know this is going to be very upsetting for a lot of you saying,
"Oh, Cody, there's so much stuff on the screen."
It's okay. I'm going to walk you through it. And I'm only going to show you what's really important. Let's just look at the top left corner here. It says Alert Box 1, Settings, Position, and Size and Style. Let's just click on Alert Box 1, and it'll bring up these tabs right here. So if you didn't see those tabs, click on that. Click on Settings. Now, this is where you're going to be able to customize everything. First of all, I would go ahead and grab this and drag it to the top left corner, because when we go to preview it, it's going to show up in OBS. So now, anytime you make a change, you're going to want to hit save in the top right corner. If you do not hit save, you're not going to see the change. So let's click save. Just off the default, we're going to have followers, subs, tips, cheers, host, raids. If we just go ahead and click the little gear icon, you can see like this image is going to pop up. You can control the volume, you can control like the sound effect and all that stuff, the layout, all that jazz, how long it lasts for. Get it? Anyways, so let's go ahead and close the settings and just try out a new alert. So let's go ahead, click this little bell that says emulate. I'm going to click emulate. Let's do a new follower. So anytime we get a new follower, that is going to pop up. And just to confirm that it's working on OBS, I'm going to click save in the top right corner. So now I have the window and OBS on the same page so you guys can see what I mean. So now that we have save and all of our changes have been saved, let's click emulate. Let's do a sub this time. Let's do a gifted sub. So now you can see it's popped up on our OBS Studio page here. Remember how I said that if I had it over here, it wouldn't really show, so I'll click save. So this is basically where it's going to be. So if I click on this again and we do like another sub, you're not going to see it because it's technically, you know, in the bottom middle. But if you wanted to change that, let's just go ahead and double click Halloween alert, and you can change it to like 1920 by like 1080. Click OK. And then wherever you have this on the screen is going to match on OBS. So if I put in the top right corner and I click save and then I run the alert again, and then now it'll be in the top right corner. So you can do it that way as well. But honestly, I just think it's easier if you have it in the top left, you can just leave it on the default settings. So that way you can just kind of mess with it like that. So the alert box is actually quite simple to set up, but let's move on to the cool stuff like the widgets. So we're gonna go back to the overlay gallery and then click on widgets. From here, you can see a bunch of different stuff. And to be honest, you're gonna be like, oh, Cody, there's only like what, 15 different options here? I'm gonna show you guys a secret where you can actually find a lot of community-made widgets. And that's actually all of the ones that I'm using that you saw in my overlays. Just to quickly glance over it, these are the default ones, so you can have like instant replays, emote counter. Tetris events game actually sounds kind of cool. Basically, it just seems like every time an event happens, so subs, followers, whatever, it'll make a Tetris block fall. It's just kind of like more engagement for chat. So I actually think I'm going to try and use this for my next stream at the very beginning or at the very end or when I go pee. I think that's going to be really cool. Just so you guys know, these are the default ones, but let me show you where all the cool community source made ones are made. So we're going to cancel out of this, and I'm actually going to leave a link in the description down below, which will bring you to the StreamElements Discord page, and that'll get you to where I want you to be. So the invite link I'll leave in the description down below, but once you've joined and you've accepted the rules, first of all, if you guys have any questions whatsoever, the people that actually work for StreamElements are going to help you if you just go to the helpdesk.twitch or, you know, whatever category that you have your question in. They're going to know a lot more about it than I do because they're the ones that made it, all right? So if you guys have questions, ask them in the Discord first before you try ask me in the comments below. But once again, if you guys want me to make videos on stuff, I will more than gladly to. So just ask me that in the comments down below, but actual specific questions, they'll probably know it better than I do. So the channel that I actually want to show you guys is actually called Widget Share. So this is where going to be all of the different community-made widgets are actually stored and where you can download them. The first time I found this, I was browsing this probably for like a good 2 or 3 hours just because there's so many different things and they update it like pretty much every week or every other week, which is awesome. So every week that you check in here, there's something new that you can either try out, but you can just scroll. They got wheels, they got marathon, they got chat bubbles, pretty much everything you could ever ask for. So you guys can just scroll and see what you want, but a lot of them are actually pretty straightforward. This is where you can go ahead and download it. So if we want to do like a chat leaderboard, here's a brief description of what it is. You can also watch the video to show you what it is. So a lot of them are pretty self-explanatory, but most of them have videos or tutorials on how to use them. But if you guys have any questions, once again, just go scroll up, go to the help desk because that's what they're there for, to help you guys. But I want to show you guys the cool stuff that I mentioned at the beginning of the video. So let's actually go to my overlays. So if we go to my overlays, I actually don't want this leaderboard, so you can just click the little dots and hit delete. But I really like the kappa gen. I have the kappa gen already made, but I'm going to show you guys how to make it really quick. Go ahead and click new overlay, call this one 1080p, start it, add your widget, and then from here go to alerts and then click on kappa gen. Anytime that an event is triggered, so a follower, a sub, donation, any kind of that stuff goes off, you're going to see a ton of different emotes just like go on the screen, kind of like fireworks. So let's say if we do a follower, look at this. We have a bunch of different emotes that pop on screen. My absolute favorite thing about this, though, is that there's a seasonal hats setting if you look in the top left right here, and you can enable it. So for the month of October, every emote has a witch hat, and I think that's freaking adorable. I love it. So if I took it off, and then I hit save, and then I emulate again, and let's say a gifted sub, So now they don't have the seasonal hats. But I mean, that's no fun. But it's like an emote firework. Isn't that dope? I can't get over this. This is one of my favorite new things that I've implemented to the stream. So you can go ahead and mess with the settings there. Obviously, I like the seasonal hats. Who doesn't, right? So you can make it so you have the different chat emotes pop on, or if you just want the combo mode, or the emote explosions you can mess with. So what would trigger the emote explosion? Basically, it's the same thing. So if I have this and I want to put this on my stream, you just click this little chain here. You'll copy the overlay and you'll add it as a new browser source like we did with the alerts. But let's go back and I'll show you some more stuff that I've been using. You guys might be wondering how I get that cool green and black little webcam border, and it's actually with this animated gradient frame. By the way, if you guys haven't seen it, it's on my Twitch stream, so go check out my Twitch channel down below if you want to check that out. But it looks like this. All you have to do is just click this, and then you can mess with the settings. You can mess with how it rotates. You can mess with the animation. So if I wanted to do reverse, it's going to put it the other way. If I wanted to do rotating, or let's say horizontal, then it's going to change the way that the gradient goes. So it's going to go left to right instead of like doing the little corner spin. And you can just change the thickness. You can make it thick AF, but you can really just mess with it how you want. You can change the colors, the glow, and it's basically the same exact way that you would just implement the alerts. You just click this and you put it as a browser source, and you just basically start having all these browser sources. And then I actually really like the way that my chat shows up on stream. So that's how I accomplished it, by using this box chat by Coca. So I'm going to go and edit this one. Once again, if you guys want these same exact ones, just go in the Discord, go in the search bar, and then type in the same title as you see on the screen. They're all free. They're all community sourced. So to test out the box chat, I'm actually going to open my chat room via Streamlabs OBS, which I'm recording with, and I will just type out some messages. So I typed out some messages on my little box chat, and as you can see, I personally like this a lot more than just like the default Streamlabs one that you would get through Streamlabs OBS. But I accomplished this by going to typography. You can change whatever font you want. I'm pretty sure it's Google font, so there's actually a lot of different fonts to choose from. You can change the size of it, which I think something we'd all like to be able to change, but you know, let's leave it to the font size for now. You can change the font weight, the different colors, so the color of where my name is, the color of the message background, how large the emotes are even. It's pretty crazy, all the different things you can customize. So if you're coming over from Streamlabs OBS, like your boy, you're going to be a little bit overwhelmed at how many things that you actually have control over. Because I feel like Streamlabs OBS doesn't really give you that much customization on a lot of things. Just don't get a little bit too overwhelmed. Just take it step by step, mess with each setting, and then just preview it, save it, so that way you can implement it to how you want it to be. But I don't want to overwhelm you guys with too many things, so leave in the comments down below what features you want to see or how to do certain things within StreamElements. But feel free to check out these videos, like how to customize your Twitch channel. It's going to look all swagged out after you watch the video, so go watch it, and I'll see you in the next one.